You can get started.
Good morning and welcome to the Empowering Morning Conversation. We have completed 1 year and started going steadily. Today it is 369th session. So thank you all for being here and contributing and participating and removing the negativity and creating positivity and possibilities. So today, let's get started. The extension of yesterday. For example, yesterday sir was clearing the implants. What are those implants? Anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, guilt, addictive, compulsive, obsessive, perverted points of view, love, sex, jealousy, peace, life, death, living, reality, fear, doubt, business, relationship. So these are the implants which are there. It's up to us to handle that or remove it. So yesterday there was an exercise to remove them. So the question is, so what happens to this when you have these implants, anger, rage, fury, hate, and all those things? So what happens to us? So what's your thoughts? You can share that. So when you are in anger, when you blame or when you have shame, when you have guilt or when you become addictive. So Sagar, if you get into that, you will become addictive and compulsive. So
Sir,
those are all the implants.
yes, just one time only, sir, not lifetime, only one time.
Okay,
only.
so you are not going to have approval from any of us. Okay, so
That's good, sir. That's really good.
right. So what happens if these implants are when you are into this anger, rage, fury, hate, and other things? What happens to us? Even after clearing, it keeps coming. Of course, we have to keep clearing and evolve and be in a different consciousness. That's our aim. But in the meanwhile, all these implants keep coming up. So when you are in these implants, when these implants are affecting us, what happens to us? When we are in anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, guilt, addictive, compulsive, obsessive, and perverted points of view, love, sex, jealousy, peace, life, death, living, reality, fear, doubt, business, and relationship. So what happens to us?
Good morning, Rama sir. Good morning, all.
Good morning,
Good
Poojaji.
morning, good morning.
So, when these implants are running, first of all, it's harming ourselves.
Yes.
It's harming our mental, emotional, physical well-being, and it's really taking a lot of space and attention in our mind also. Because when we are in that mode, or when we are like too much angry, so we can't see appropriately, we can't think appropriately, and we just burst out at times, even we don't want to create or don't want to speak in that manner. So it impacts relationship, it impacts health, it impacts finances, it impacts everything. And
Yes.
especially when you are in that kind of feeling, that create more guilt, that create more shame, that
Yes.
that really reduce your confidence and impact your self-esteem also. And at times when you at times you used to get angry, so you form opinion about you that I am like this, if you are ignorant, rather just generating that it's a feeling or it's a particular emotion. At times people think that I am like this. So it's a huge impact unless and until we are aware about it. Just a feeling, it's just an emotion, or something situation happened and I'm reacted in that manner, and I can forgive myself. And it's not me. It's a part of, maybe I picked up from somewhere, or maybe out of some situation I reacted. So next time I will take care of. So normally when we are in that mode, we don't think that in this manner. Thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. So it has adverse impact on us at all levels. Thank you. Yes, Redigal.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I just want to sum up what she said.
Yeah.
We're in default mode, and more awareness is required to come out of that. That's all I thought.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, it puts all these implants also put in default mode, like Pooja said.
Yeah.
We become we think that it is normal being in default mode,
Yeah.
but we can come out of it through
Awareness.
consciousness, like you said. Yes, thank you, Redigal. Anybody else? Any other thoughts on the implants? What happens to us? Yes,
When-
Hasina ji, you want to say something?
Yeah, when we think of what all that we have done and how we have behaved, sorry,
No, no problem.
then we reflect back as to think what sort of a person I am, and you feel bad that you such a bad person you are. You start thinking on those lines then.
Okay. Right.
And then you start feeling guilty for all that you have done again.
Yes, correct. It is a loop. Continue to do the same thing, but you feel bad and guilt and everything, but you can't stop it as well.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
No problem, Hasina ji. Take care. Yes, Shakti.
Good morning, sir. Good morning,
Good morning.
everyone.
Good.
This implant is like it will make us to be in so much default mode. Also, it's in a computer language, it's like an infinite loop.
Yeah,
Even if you want to come out, we cannot come out
correct.
until unless you are having awareness. You are assessing this. Especially assess consciousness helps me a lot. Also, the yesterday what sir did, it's like that's the only way to come out of that.
Right.
Clearing that as many as possible. We have so many layers. It's not like a one day it will come out.
Right.
We create this life is like so many layers we have that it's running is like a infinite loop. Even we are feeling like we are doing wrong, we want to come out, we want to create a new thing, then it will go back into the old mode. So
Yes.
it's so important to clear all those things. Then it's like when you are creating a new thing, it will be like you can start a building like whatever, however you want.
Right.
So the basic is we need to clear this one.
Absolutely. Yeah, as you rightly said, it is an infinite loop. Only way to break the infinite loop is being in consciousness and use the tools like what Sarah has given us yesterday. But you cannot use those tools just blindly. You have to be in consciousness to really remove it. Like Reddy Garu said. So consciousness is the way. Okay. So one of the other impact of all these implants.
Rama
is-
sir,
Yeah. Yes, Pooja.
also I heard that guilt create punishment.
Yeah.
And it invite accidents even.
Yes.
I mean, you at times punishing yourself and you are not even aware of, and you keep on attracting those kind of situation, people, scenarios, and because you are in that vibration, so unless and until you clean that, unless and until you overcome, so universe is also sending something or other thing so that you can really learn the lesson and you can grow out of that.
Yes, like Sir used to explain, guilt is a feeling of the desire to punish yourself, but you don't explicitly punish. So what happens is that feeling is there, and you get into accidents or some kind of punishment automatically, unconsciously. So it is important to clear them off. Right. So one of the effects of all these implants is pain. Physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain, all those pains. So let's talk about pain. So what is pain?
It's hot also, sir. You
Yeah.
become the pain for me is first is physical pain,
Yes,
emotional and mental,
yes,
psychological.
yes,
I think most of the pain are physical and most psychological, sir.
yes. All of them are connected, of course.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's see a definition of pain, and then we will talk about it in detail. So pain is a signal in your nervous system. This talks about physical pain, but it is also, are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just reading the scientific definition, medical definition rather. So this is about physical pain. It is also equally valid for mental and emotional pain as well. So pain is a signal in your nervous system that something may be wrong. So there is something wrong. It's not in a balanced way. It is not in a harmonious way. It is an unpleasant feeling such as prick, tingle, sting, burn, or ache. Pain may be sharp or dull. It may come and go, or it may be constant. You may feel pain in one area of your body, such as your back, abdomen, chest, pelvis, or you may feel pain all over. Pain can be helpful in diagnosing a problem. There is some other problem which is shown as pain. If you never felt pain, you might seriously hurt yourself without knowing it, or you might not realize you have a medical problem that needs treatment. So the medical problem is not only the physical, it can be mental and emotional as well. There are two types of pain. One is acute, or I call it as fresh pain. The other is chronic or old pain. Acute pain usually comes on suddenly because of a disease, injury, or inflammation. It can often be diagnosed and treated. It usually goes away. Though sometimes it can turn into chronic pain. Chronic pain lasts for a long time and can cause severe problems. Many times, people don't even know that they have chronic pain. Pain is not always curable, but there are many ways to treat it. Treatment depends on the cause and type of pain. There are drug treatments, including pain relievers. There are also non-drug treatments such as acupuncture, physical therapy, and sometimes surgery. Okay, so this is about the physical pain. What is fundamentally the pain is the signal of the system of your body, mind, or emotion saying that there is something wrong. So there is a friction, there is a difference of things. So that's pain, the definition of pain. Right. So are you able to sense your pain, the physical as well as mental as well as emotional pain? All of us have sometime or other. It can be chronic or it can be acute or the fresh pain. Okay. So the question is this. So today's question is this. What is pain? What do you do to alleviate the pain? Differentiate and also integrate or look at the commonality of physical, mental, and emotional pains. What tools, techniques, or medicine to use to alleviate pain? Could you avoid pain? So these are some of the questions we can reflect on. So please go ahead. Yes, sir.
So so I'm going to answer all these question by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. You can
Okay.
reflect on any order in any manner. Yeah, go on.
For me, what is pain? So from that uh, that knowledge you have shared. And for me, pain is something very real. It is not something imaginary, or it is not something. Sometimes it is also imaginary, but it is very fact and it is very real. So how do you, what do you do to elevate the pain? Elevate means to decrease.
Alleviate is remove the pain. Remove.
So for me,
Eliminate. Eliminate. Yeah.
for me, I will travel, and I will make new friend, or I will do something. I will go on exploration or yoga meditation. Something, I will be here, or
So
every day.
instead of facing it and finding what is the reason and removing the imbalance, you get into diversion and forget about the pain.
Right, sir, right.
Okay.
Di-
Yeah, fine.
diversion is
Many of us
di-
do it. Yeah.
diversion is because I think it will elevate my pain.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it may. Sometimes it may not.
Sometimes it may not. True, sir. In long term, it may not, but in short term way, it will elevate the pain, and I find that it is releasing or relaxing. But in short term way, I'll just make new friend. I will go somewhere, but what can I really do with the pain? Pain is pain. I cannot do anything about it.
We can do many things. One of the things is we, like you said, we take the diversion and distraction and forget about the pain, even though it is there in the background. So another thing can be we can face it, experience the pain, and find the real root cause of the pain and address it. It is a hard work, but we may rather live with the pain than facing it and finding the root cause in the default mode. But if you are in a creative mode, you will really face it, experience it, and find the root cause and address it.
Okay, sir. So that was very true, sir. But I have never tried. I will try it. So differentiate, integrate physical, mental, and emotional pains. For me, physical pain is something when you got some kind of accident, or my bike accident. I got a bike accident. I got really hot, and then comes a mental pain, like uh, sometimes mental pain mean somebody just always poking you. You are not good enough or something. My father or my mother sometimes tell me, that is mental pain for me. And emotional pain is, when I don't get what I want, or if when I don't get what I want, I really got emotional pains. Okay, what tools, techniques, medicine to use to elevate pain?
So
I
you
use.
understand the difference between physical, mental, and emotional pains. There is also the other way around, which are integrated. For example, if you have the mental pain, right, it can show up as physical pain as well, even though you are not physically got hurt. But just because of the mental pain, the physical pain also can start developing. That is how they are related.
True, sir. So true. When I have mental some kind of imbalance, I will have imbalance in my body, or something will happen in my mind, or something in my body. I feel jerk, shrink. As sir say, you just like this. So you don't open, you just shrink. That happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for example, if I think Pooja can add, or some other people can also add, that if you feel too much of responsibility for many things and feel heavy about it, it may land up as a pain on your shoulder. Or there are, for different kind of mental cause, there are pains at various parts of the body possible. Maybe whenever Pooja, you feel like you can expand on that. Yeah, yes, Sagar, go on.
So what tools, technique? Okay. What tools, technique, medicine to use to elevate pain, sir? Nowadays I say all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory, and it works very much, sir.
Very
It
much, yeah.
works. Yeah.
But you have to be conscious. You have to be conscious when you're using any of that.
Yeah. Like sir,
Present.
how
Present, to be present. So don't basically, you don't, keep watching the TV and say this, or start, talking to somebody and say this. So you be present fully, 100% focus on this and do it, it will work. Yeah.
Okay, so really, I write every day. All of life comes to me with each joy and glory. Everything is opposite what it appears to be, and nothing is opposite what it appears to be. I am wonderful, magnificent, and extraordinary human being who deserve to be loved and respected. I am an infinite being who allows, and I do not judge myself, and I do not judge other. Like these techniques are really wonderful, sir. It is helping me so much, so to alleviate pain, sir. So many things, sir.
Great. Great.
That yeah. And last question: Could you avoid pain? I think yeah, I can avoid pain. I can I can see if there is pain, I will not go there. Okay. I can avoid the pain. I can if I can see its cause and effect, then I can avoid the pain.
So you can do the research on what is the cause and effect of taking what mushroom? Magic mushroom,
Imagine. Yeah.
right? If you really want to understand what is the cause and effect, it will cause pain. There's no doubt about it. But
Right,
still
right.
you are asking, can I take it? So you embrace the pain happily sometimes.
Yes, sir. I'm going for the magic mushroom. My one of the girl whom I talked to, she said that she experienced everything. She's on safari, Chiton, and she was walking in the elephant, and she feeling that she was elephant. She literally can see everything, pores, everything. So these are the things that I want to
Yes, so
experience or get
are
inside.
you getting influenced by external things, or you are able to be conscious and take your own choices is the question. Anyway, so the point I wanted to bring it up is, yes, you can avoid pain, but we go and, invite pain also.
Yes, sir. True, so true. We invite pain, sir.
Right.
Sir, to avoid pain, sir, like physical exercise, it is so painful, sir, to wake up in early in the morning and to do physical exercise, and so much pain to sometimes to study, to sit alone is so much pain. So I think to avoid the pain, I get into another pain, sir, but just to avoid the pain.
Yeah. So at the surface, it looks like it is painful, but it is long term, it is beneficial, right? And
Right,
it is
sir.
also the other way around. Something looks like pleasurable, but it is actually pain.
Yes, sir.
So it can look differently for us. But we need to really be present and conscious to really understand whether it is real pain or not. Some pains we can avoid, some pain we cannot avoid, but we have to experience it and address it.
Thank you, sir. Yes, right,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you. Thank you, sir. Yes, so yeah, request all others to reflect on what's your understanding, your experience on the pain and the questions what we asked. So just for benefit of Major sir and others who joined later, this is the question we are reflecting today. Major sir. Are you able to see the screen? What is pain? What do you do to alleviate the pain? Differentiate, integrate physical, mental, and emotional pains. What tools, techniques, and medicine to use to alleviate pain? And could you avoid pain? These are the questions we are exploring today. Yes, sir. Ready, Gavi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just want to answer
Yes, sir.
the tools and techniques are First is experience the pain as much as possible. That I do always. I'll not go to medicine unless it's very unbearable. So that's normally I do for myself. And to reduce the pain, we also I feel that instead of resisting the pain, experience it. So I think in my case also it has come down on its own. And for example, as you said, some pains which you will not know because, for example, for a diabetic, you will not know if it has got any mild heart pain. That's one of the symptoms which normal person will get, but for a diabetic person, he will not know. So that just I thought I want to share with you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. So at least physical pain, we have a opportunity to understand and take help from the medical field. But many of us also have mental and emotional pain we don't even really recognize fully. So it also requires equal amount of focus and treating that. So one of the ways is like EMC, where we are really exploring so many things from the mental and emotional point of view also. Yes, anyone else would like to say what you're explaining? Kamalji, do you want to say something about pain?
Good morning.
Good morning.
No, pain you have described itself. So no, pain is something one can experience, whether that is physical or mental. But yeah, one of the tool which I think is to reduce not the physical but the mental is your meditation. Which I always think that meditation is the best way to at least not to fully eliminate the pain, but to reduce its intensity, so that you can in fully state mind, clearing all your obstacles. And it's just a matter of habit. So I think meditation is one of the way to.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So as we saw the definition of pain, there is some imbalance. There is something wrong. So meditation can bring the harmony and that imbalance can be balanced. Yes, meditation is a great tool to do that, but it requires some kind of focus, consciousness, and effort to get into that.
Yes. And we know that all this mental frustration, whatever worries or anxiety we have, that cause to many diseases. I think once Major Narayana has connected that now you have all that stomach ulcer or nervous system problem or gastritis problem. That is just because of some kind of anxiety. So I think Major Narayana, you can repeat it one.
Yes, can I speak,
Yes,
sir?
sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, Major.
You find that pain, of course, even though it is an imbalance, it is something which is a bit of uncomfortable feeling or sensation, bodily sensation initially, that might tell you that something is not all that right. Something may be wrong. And it can be a throbbing sensation, a stabbing sensation, a nagging sensation, aching, or even pinching. It can be described in so many words by different people. Sometimes it is just a nuisance, a nagging pain, like a throbbing headache or a mild ache in any part of the body. And sometimes it can be debilitating also. And the most powerful feeling which I am associated with pain is always miserable one. It upsets your routine. And even though pain is compulsory, pain has to be endured. The suffering is always optional. You can endure pain, but suffering, that is purely optional. So like they say, you can't escape from the wind, but you can always adjust your sails. So similarly, pain may be that is essential or whatever it is, but suffering is always optional. That's all my takes.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So
Rama
it's a-
sir,
Yeah, yes, Pooja.
can you put that questions once again?
Yeah, sure.
So there are different kind of pains, but in my observation, first of all, we have this conditioning, we try to avoid painful situation. The people whom we feel not comfortable, yeah, the surroundings we are, so rather facing it, we try to avoid those kind of difficult conversation where it can trigger something in us. And the more we started avoiding those kind of confrontation, it's keeping us in the same loop. So first of all, our conditioning is that we should not say something to. So at times we are holding so much of thing which we want to convey to our even close family members, right? So slowly, gradually, the intensity of emotional pain along with that. So better if you are having something, not in that particular time, but whenever you are normal, when you are in cool, calm state, we should convey and sort it out, whatever the misunderstanding or thing. And when we pile up, so it increase a lot of emotional and physical issues, health issues also. Second thing, if any problem related to like muscle pulling or any kind of physical exercise injury or any kind of thing, so we have different kind of treatment. Like in Ayurveda, we have the massage, we have a different kind of detox therapy also. And there are different kind of acupressure, acupuncture, those kind of stuff also there. And we know different homeopathy, allopathy, and there are different kind of techniques. But the main, I feel, it starts from our thinking. The thought is the one thing, and our body is always indicating us. Whenever there is something which we are not doing appropriately, even when we are not eating, when we are not sleeping properly, when we are not in correct posture, so our body is trying to indicate all the time. But we are so avoidant of our body that we don't listen to it unless and until it becomes so severe. So first awareness, body is a great instrument. I mean, there are a lot many philosophy. They say that you are a soul, you are not this body, you are not this mind, you are not this conditioning, which is fine. But the body is a great indicator. And if we start just being aware about our body and trying to listen to it, so we will drink properly, we will eat properly, we will not do overeating, we will try to understand which food is okay for us, because everybody is different. You cannot have everything, because as per Ayurveda, your Prakriti is different. So that's also. Apart from that, in yoga and meditation, there are different kind of breathing techniques, like belly breathing. And if you do breathing meditation, just sit in meditation, if you observe your breath and you focus on just aware about your body, so it will show you different kind of heaviness in different parts. And if you're just sitting in silence, so it will be getting automatically clean, because we always in the divine energy. We just need to align a little bit to ourselves. And I mean, maybe 15-20 minutes also, half an hour also, you will fill with a different energy, and you will release the dense energy automatically. If you just whosoever you are praying, koi guru hai aapke, ya koi any mentor who you believes in, if you just sit in front of them and just sitting like just in surrendering mode, say, I don't know what's happening, you just take care of. Yeah. So that's also help. Also, we are not meant for staying in a apartment, or so these days, so much luxury we have, the physical work is not there. Even people are using a lot of equipments, which is like electronic equipments, and physical work reduced for people. So at times, so many house help are there, maids are there. So we are just observing. The more luxurious life we have, at times people don't do exercise, don't do any kind of work. So a lot of pain is coming back to people due to this laptop, mobile. They're always sitting, especially IT people, and who are not in that field, the movement is happening. So if we just take care of our sleep, take care of our diet, and just be in nature for at least 1 hour, not if not possible due to work and anything. So if we just bring back to basics, a lot of pain will be reduced if we are just in the natural surrounding and we are in the surrounding of 5 elements, which is water, air, and your sunlight, your earth element, your greenery. Even if you hug a tree when you are feeling emotional pain, that will heal you. If you go in nature and listen to the sound of birds, and if you are in your head, just watch birds or butterflies, so it will soothe you. Or have different kind of music also there. So at times when we are in too much thinking, we just keep on thinking. And if we play our good music and we do some dance, or I mean, it will elevate our mood. So, and also access conscious statements. And there are so many tools we have. And for to calming nervous system also, there are so many exercise, which is really proven beneficial by psychologists. So there are multiple ways, but first of all, the origin is something in our thinking and belief system, which we really, at times, I'm giving an example. At times people don't make decision. Maybe some decisions happen in past and they didn't feel that I made good choices. That's why my life is like this. So now they are just thinking. So either this way, either that way. You cannot be like all the time in a mode where you just keep on thinking about a simple thing and it becomes your pattern. Yeah. So at times when you do decision making either this way, either that way, it will create a lot of clarity for you and lot of alignment for you. So we just need to catch our pattern, what we are doing, even if it's overeating, even if it's emotional eating, even if what we say to ourselves, what people are saying and anybody is saying, anybody is judging you, that's not important. What we say to ourselves, what we believe in, that is important. So, and what we are doing, is it aligned to our values, our core values? If not, then also it will create pain. Because we are who we are as a person, as a human being, what we believe in, we are working against that. Maybe due to official pressure, maybe due to environment. So we need to be just in alignment with ourselves and be authentic and truthful. At times, if we give a lot of excuses and we try to manipulate people, that's also create pain. So we need to see what we are doing. We just need to observe and aware ourselves. So that's all from my side.
Thank you. So like Reddy Garu said, one of the ways to handle it is being more conscious. Then things will emerge and we can address it. Yes, sir. Kuldeep ji.
Good morning, friends. I just want to share some thoughts on to this.
Yes,
I
sir.
understand now that when we say the pain, we are mostly talking about suffering. Because if we're talking about bodily pain, then it goes in the same way that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. What I mean to say, suppose a thorn goes into our foot, that is pain, that is inevitable. But if we continually think on our mind that why it happened to us, why not to others, we keep on thinking and then we feeling sad, that is suffering. That is optional. I totally resonate with Mr. Narayan, and it is proved. If with the same event, people don't feel sad in the same degree. This proves the point that suffering is optional. Anyway, I just want to make one point here, that what Sagar mentioned, that when it happens to us, the most important question is when it happens to us, what should we do? So you mentioned that we can make friends, or we can go for traveling, or we can read books, or we can do something which is diverting our attention. I want to mention here, it is like if we are seeing a movie and movie is very boring, we get fed up of this and we go for a coffee break. During the time when we drinking coffee, we are feeling happy. And after that, when we come back to the theater, the movie is going on. It means that is whatever we are doing something else and avoiding it is like a coffee break. But movie will still go on moment to remain alone. That is not the permanent solution. I just want to share one technique which I found working in my life. That is called ABCDE technique. ABCDE technique is, first is the activating event. There is some event, something has happened which made us think. For example, suppose I heard somewhere that a neighbor of mine, he felt that his heart is beating faster and he got a heart attack. This is a news I suppose I get. So this is an activating event. Then second is the B. B is my belief, means what I thought after that. I thought after that, once my heart also was yesterday beating a little faster, so I may also get a heart attack. This is a belief which I create. The moment I create the belief, I will have the consequence of that. See the consequence. Moment I make this belief, I must know what is the consequence. Consequence is this, that I get disturbed. My mind is not at the same place. Do I require this consequence? Do I want this consequence? No, I don't want. Then what to do? That is D. That is dispute this belief. Dispute this belief means I must weigh on this belief on two things. One is it is a proven scientific fact, or it is a universal law. Proven scientific fact means, do I have ever been diagnosed with a heart problem? Do I have something to say that I clinically had some heart problem? If it is not, then there is no meaning of the thought. If it is, then I can take action. So then if we understand this, then we come out of this basic situation. Many times in my experience, we have not to do anything. We have to understand the thing and things can be solved. For example, suppose a girl goes out of the house in the evening where you cannot see things very clearly, and her foot come on a snake and she cried very loudly, frightened, blood pressure got up, about to be in coma, and he shouted. And her brother came running and he asked her what happened. He said, I have just put my foot into a snake. The condition was of that girl is highly dangerous. BP is very high. She is about to faint. And brother says that, no, don't worry. This is just like a rope. And only I have put that rope to frighten you. Moment she understands the reality, everything goes down, everything that understood, fear is gone. So many times we have to only understand the things in real perspective. And for that, this ABCDE technique, E is in the elevating state. If A, B, C, D we do faithfully, we can come to that elevating state. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's a really great approach. So, yeah, anyone else would like to share what is the kind of pain are you going through and how are you handling it? And are there better ways of handling it? Yes, sir.
So I think we cannot avoid pain, or we cannot just run away from pain, because the more we run away, the more we get the pain, or there will be pain. We cannot just ignore the pain. There is pain, there will be pain. So I heard from Krishnamurti and from all these people this about this pain. So first they talk about pleasure also, sir. Our life depend on those two factors, pain and pleasure, and either we pursue the pleasure or avoid the pain. And I think it should be balanced in our life. That we need pleasure and both pain. And our body need. I think our body need to survive. So I think and for I think for mind also we need pain and everything. It is, there is pain means there is something good about the pain too. So it have to be balanced. It have not to be more pursuing, but it have to be more balancing in our life. I take it as like this. It will be more intelligent ways to do this, to have
Yeah, so-
balance of pain
Yeah.
and pleasure.
The pain is also an indication that there is some imbalance. So it is
Right.
it is
Right,
not
sir.
bad always. It is an indication that there is some imbalance which we need to correct.
Yes, sir. But we cannot avoid pain, sir, because if you go for the morning walk, there is also physical pain, but you will get really good health
Correct.
after good morning walk. In the morning, if you do yoga, it's really good for your everything, lungs, breath, everything. Breath, stomach, everything. Whole body. It will be very painful, but you will get pleasure also. So
Yes.
it have to be balanced, sir. It have to
Yes.
be balanced. It cannot be avoided.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it may look pain, but actually in long term it is good. Something else may look pleasurable, but long term it is bad. So that clarity
Right,
and
sir.
understanding has to be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ashokji, would you like to say anything about it?
Not really at the moment.
Okay. Okay, no problem.
I am experiencing that, so long term and short term both.
I don't.
And Rama sir, I feel ki when you are in too much emotional pain or mental pain, breath is very wonderful technique. At times people do rhythmic breathing, or like they give this technique like 4-7 something. So, but when you focus on your breath, automatically your thoughts will reduce and you will feel calm, right? So even if people do this belly breathing or they do long breathing, so that really help. Also in spiritual practices, they say that it's all about your ego and superego, right? I mean कि चाहे आप विक्टिम मोड में हो, आपका थोड़ा सा ये होता है, कभी कभी हम अपने आप को बहुत वो समझ लेते हैं, मेरी वजह से ऐसा हुआ, मेरी वजह से ऐसा हुआ. So it's a different ego, right? And other ego is I did that, I did this, right? We create this thing, मैंने इतना इतना किया लेकिन मुझे क्या मिला, या something like that. हम कर्ता भाव लेके आते हैं. Basically, we are not doing anything. We are not born with anything, right? So if we have that kind of awareness कि दुख किसको हो रहा है, यदि हम सोल के लेवल पे यदि हम अपने आप को बियॉन्ड दिस बॉडी माइंड भी कुछ समझते हैं, तो सोल को तो दुख नहीं होता है, आत्मा को कोई टच नहीं करता है. सो इट्स माई ईगो इज हर्टिंग. कोई मेरे को प्रेज नहीं कर रहा है, मैंने बहुत अच्छा किया, या मुझे कोई क्रिटिसाइज कर रहा है, तो पेन जनरेट हो सकता है. तो whom this matlab they are indicating with. So whom I'm associated with in that particular moment, if we can be in that awareness that the people are saying something according to their point of view, and I can't avoid everybody, and I can't make everybody happy. And if I'm in that space where most of yogis are, that who I am actually. So most of pain, we can really laugh it out. But to be in that awareness is also a practice. So all the time we are not in that space, or we are not in that mood. So I found the breath is always really, it's automatically shift, or the attention techniques do that, where we are putting our attention, what meaning. So in Landmark, there is one thing, they say the incident happened. Like sir said that first of all, we need to see ki kya hua hai, right? Who is making the story? I mean, 10 people, let's say, for an example, there is a guy who is very, very naughty, और उसने किसी का जो विंडो क्रिकेट खेल रहा था और किसी का नेबर का विंडो जो है वो ब्रेक हो गया उसकी वजह से, right? And the guy is now fainted. So 10 people standing there will make different kind of opinions. One will say, this kid is doing acting. He is very naughty, right? Another will say, कि ये तो सबका ऐसे करता रहता है, बहुत बदमाश है. Another person will say, अरे देखो देखो क्या हो गया, the guy is fainted, इसको पानी पिलाओ, इसको ये करो. So 10 people forming the opinion according to their point of view, according to their consciousness and awareness at that point of time. And there is no right, no wrong. So in what state we are in, we are making that story. Not necessarily the samne wala is communicating particularly to us. We are taking things personally. Maybe he's in bad mood. Maybe something happened with him. Maybe his point of view is due to anything happened with him in past. So, but we don't go there. We take a lot of things personally, even if that's not about us. So that awareness also helps, that people will say something or do something according to their situation, mood, thoughts, feelings, their point of view, their perception, their belief, and we should not take that personally. And if we can really be in awareness that we are beyond this body and mind, and we are that soul, that nothing can touch us, and whatever is happening, so koi bhi kuch bhi ho raha hai, so it's not actually happening to you. So but it's difficult to practice, but the breath is really something. I found it very, very useful whenever I'm in that state.
Yes. Yeah. So the breath, the conscious breathing brings the attention and consciousness, so that helps handling the pain. Yeah, thank you. Pooja. Yes, sorry.
Sir, I want to add something what Pooja ji talk about. You know, like it is so true, sir, that we can totally have no pain at all. Also, you know, we can be in that state where yogis or this Mahatma, this Guru are talking about. It is true, sir. It is really true. But you know, to go for is to have the courage to, you know, strive for that, to have to be in that state. We need so much striving, so much hard work, so much pain. There is also pain. So for pain also, to avoid pain, we need much more pain. And really true, you know, if we can avoid pain totally in ourselves, within ourselves, you know, there is a state within ourselves. I call that state as nothingness, totally blank, totally zero state, with that nothingness power in us, and everybody, everybody carries that nothingness in within us. I have experienced and I have been with that nothingness for like a 1 month. I have been, because of my Guru grace, but my own distraction, my own, so many things happened to me, because of my age, I could not go for it totally. But there is a state where you can totally avoid the pain, but you have to work a lot. You have to do sadhana, you have to do all these things, yogis way, all these things. Really true. There is conscious way to avoid the pain. I just want to say this. There's a really conscious way to avoid the pain. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Sagar. So there are two kinds of pain. One is, see, there is something bad happening. No, the environment is very negative. There is a lot of hurt coming. No, there is a firing. There is the stones falling on you. Right, those kind of things are there. You should avoid that environment. You can move away from that. Right. So which is equivalent to your mental pain, where all your negative thoughts and default mode, that also creates that kind of environment where that pain is of no use. It is only hurting you. Whereas the actual pain which helps you is to really do, if you are doing exercise, if you are doing trekking, if you are working on something which will be very useful, that also gives pain, but in the long term, it gives you benefit. Right. Similarly, in the mental world, thinking about the positive things is initially difficult, but if you do that, you will achieve something good. So that's the mental and physical equivalent of thinking about negativity, being in the negative environment physically, versus thinking positive and avoiding what you can from the physical world where it is not good. So that's another important thought to look at. Right. So anyone else would like to say anything? So we are Kasha and Neelam, Sarla. So we are talking about pain. What is pain and what is the kind of pain we are facing? How are we handling it now and how do we handle it better? So if any of you have anything else to share, please go ahead.
Sir, relief also helps. I mean, the journaling, at times we don't have people to really express our feeling. We can't express each and everything to others. So when we write it down on paper, and there are techniques when people write down everything, whatever their complaint, blame, whatever they are feeling, and then circle it, put in front of whosoever the deity they are worshipping, and then burn it out. So it means they release it from their system. Though subconsciously or psychologically, that's also help. Also, I mean, at times when we are in bad health, or when we are not going out, when we are not interacting with people, especially in COVID scenario, we have seen, and people are sitting at office. So now I'm listening from my colleagues that they feel agitated on small things, like khana time pe nahi mila, because they are stuck in their energy. They are stuck in their problem. They are not moving outside. They are not interacting with people. They are not going out in nature. So at times when we are not in a good mood or not in a good state, we avoid meeting people and we try to stay in isolation. If we are isolated, and if we are really working on ourselves, we are reading something, we are doing something good, and we are really healing ourselves. So I mean, to avoid distraction is good. Few people really enjoy that space and they really calm down themselves. But we need to understand, if we are harming ourselves, so we should go meet our friends, meet our family, and even if dance, I mean, do some physical movement. I don't know, whatever suits you, be it exercise, be it walk, be it anything. So at times, a lot of energy stuck in our body. And if we are not moving our body, we are lying down on bed or couch and we are thinking. So that's also not working for you. And that's also getting the energy stuck. So movements is very, very important.
Right. So, particularly to avoid, to relieve mental and emotional pain, as you said, journaling is one way, and being in the nature and interacting with people definitely helps. And we also learned discretion. So your emotional pain can be released through discretion process. And you can also use EFT, emotional freedom technique, to release your emotional pain. Right. So there are so many techniques, which tools and techniques we know, we have to use it.
Yeah, tappings are very, very powerful. And the Ho'oponopo, at times people are practicing those because there is a lot of memory, and the memory is creating pain. So once we are able to release that due to any kind of prayer, with any kind of affirmation or whatever works for you, So release is also important because we are keep on storing since childhood.
Yeah, that's how we create the long-term chronic diseases, chronic pains. So unless
Yeah.
you release it, it will keep developing as a disease.
Also, sir, karma theory also says that whatever we are facing, it's somewhere it's due to our doings. Even if we are ignorant, let's say we were so indulged in money making and in job that we never took care of our health since long years, like 15 years, 20 years, and now our health is suffering and we never listen to our body. Right? So this is direct karma. We can see we never took care of our diet or our anything, or we just focus on our work and earning money. We never interacted with people in family, and we never try to resolve misunderstanding. Right? So at times those kind of, and directly we didn't do anything, but indirectly we didn't try to balance it out in initial years or something. So at times when we don't focus on particular things and we try to keep on ignoring, so at times they says that कि जो भी आपकी लाइफ में हो रहा है वो कुछ ना कुछ या तो आपको सिखाने के लिए हो रहा है, that's your soul journey, and you invited that kind of atmosphere, you born in that family, you are surrounded with that people because आपका कुछ past life का भी होगा. So at time we are in so much painful situation that we are not able to make out कि मैंने क्या गलती की है, मैंने तो ऐसा कुछ किया ही नहीं है. So that also helps at times, okay, so that we can let go and forgive ourselves, forgive others, and we should really being conscious. It's not about that अभी momentary pleasure या मुझे कुछ ऐसा करके कुछ खुशी मिल जाएगी. It's about we are here to really dissolve our karmic thing. एंड वो लाइफ में आपका ऐसा होना चाहिए कि यदि ये सिचुएशन एक बार आई है तो ये बाद में रिपीट ना हो. लाइफ इज ब्रिंगिंग सम लेसन, मे बी आपके पार्टनर के फॉर्म में आ रहा है, आपके सन के फॉर्म में आ रहा है, आपके फादर मदर के फॉर्म में आ रहा है, आपके बॉस के फॉर्म में आ रहा है. सो वो एटीट्यूड हम लोगों का नहीं रहता है. मेरा भी वो हो जाता है कई बार. आई ऑल्सो गो इन व्हाट रॉन्ग आई डिड, व्हाई दिस इज हैपनिंग टू मी. वी ऑल गो, बट that's a learning. That's, I mean, something, if we all also focus on this thing, that where my contribution in it. Why this is happening to me, somewhere maybe utna level pe nahi, maybe ki 10%, 5%, 1%, there is something in me which I need to learn and grow so that this kind of situation and people won't come to my life again.
Yeah, so we have to take responsibility for our life. So once we do that, we know that most of them are our own making. All of them are our own making. So yeah, that's what karma theory says. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, Pooja ji, for such a wonderful explanation and such a good insight. You have, I never thought, I think, I am the only one who have many knowledge or many experiences, but you have really good saying and really good thing to say, because one of the thing is memory. Yes, sir, it's so true that what haunt us is our own memory of past and the future. And she also told about that when you do the mistake and you feel it that is bad and you don't want to repeat that again, and that is also really good. One time you did mistake and something really good for you, you just lost it, and another time also you have to be careful on that. You have to be more aware. That's the teaching. That's the teaching. That's the real teaching that we learn. So we have to be aware of ourselves, of thought, emotion, and all these things. My question is, sir, so anybody who wants to come for March 1st, I'm doing a bar session with Ramajan sir.
Day first, yeah.
Day first. So Pooja, I think you have done or not, but if you could manage, you can come, or anybody, anybody
She
who
has,
have
she has already done, boss.
I practiced bars for some time. I'm really bringing it back. Yeah. And I healed my mother back pain that point of time. She was suffering a lot and it really worked wonders on many people. But I then got busy and I left that practice and I'm picking up right now. Access conscious is very powerful tool and it's, I mean, giving very quick result actually. So that's
okay,
great.
then you can for retreat again you can come or join
Yes. We have Sahaj Yoga Nepal tour also. So they are going for self-realization. My team from Pune, they are going. I will tell you dates if you want to attend the session.
okay, they are coming in Nepal.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, okay. If possible, you can tell me date. If if I want to go now, no, and I'm going with Ramajan sir for bar session, but but if if I will do again next time. I will do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can anybody you can come first March 1st. We'll meet together. We'll have
May
lots of fun.
1st, May 1st.
May 1st, April, May. Yeah, this May only you can come join and do bar session. Let's use these tools and let's get benefit. Let's make our life wonderful. And there's this much I want to say. You can join Pujaji. I am waiting for you, or anybody.
Great, thanks. And I have seen, Rama sir, that our parents and elderly people, they are very much content within, right? Because they are still, my mom never sits. I mean, आप उनको बोलोगे भी कि मम्मा बैठ जाओ रेस्ट कर लो. No, she wanted to do something or other thing. So when you are busy in karma, when you are in head, when you are thinking, then it creates a lot of emotions, lot of pain, but when you are doing something with your hands, when you are focusing your attention in creating something, be it food, be it household work, be it gardening, be it anything, whatever you enjoy. So we utilize and we channelize our energy. I mean, so doing is also important. Thinking is also important, but at times when we are that mode, we just keep on thinking and we are not taking action. So that also create a lot of imbalance. So there is really needs to be balance between the thinking and doing. I mean, what we speak, what we do, and what we act, if that is in alignment, so that also create a lot of unnecessary thoughts. But that's really difficult to practice, and it's, I mean, integrity at place. So I also lose my integrity a lot of time where I have given some commitment and I'm not able to reach at that particular point. But I convey that, okay, I'm stuck here, and I inform that person just to, so that unka koi nuksan nahi ho ya mera. So we are practicing this, but the more we honor our word also, the more we are authentic with ourselves, more we are honest. So that inside it gives a lot of, you can say, calmness and a lot of sense of contentment. And when we are not lazing around, when we are just doing something and channelize our energy. So I feel in terms of energy, whatever the energy we have for daily basis, if we are not doing anything with it, it creates a lot of guilt. So the work is very important, whatever is in your capacity.
It's so true. What Pujaji said, yeah, I heard from other people also, but it is so applicable in our life that if you not use your energy in creative way, that energy itself turn into destructive way. Means that same energy, you have energy, you are energy, I am energy. If I am not using energy for something creative or something good, then it will turn to the bad. So it is so true. And so when Pujaji, your team is coming to Nepal?
I will tell you dates. They have a